Well, the radar says the heavy stuff still a few hours away, but snow is falling as we near kickoff at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Miami Dolphins. Set for football now from snowy Massachusetts. And we are underway in Foxborough. From the 6. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Pats, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
He'll look to throw. This is Smith with a grab. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big play there for the Dolphins.
All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And the Dolphins are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he's going to have the Patriots first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Brown. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play there for the Patriots.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Javon Holland coming up to make the stop. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off play action. Brown. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. The point after is good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll run on first down. Monroe. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now left side on the swing pass. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. Try the left side. Monroe. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and on the season now that is 9 sacks for him. The Dolphins on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and forever. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Looking to throw on second. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Quentin Williams, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Brown.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
The Patriots send out their punter.
Back deep for Miami, Jalen Waddle.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 8 yards on the return following. A punt of 41, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's and this is caught inside the 5. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. It's a big play there for Miami. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year.
And the Dolphins on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
A 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day, and I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it. He's giving me the evil eye, folks.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded just inside the 30. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
They go play action here on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
On second down now, Monroe. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Well, the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And the return man will shuffle through the white stuff, secure the fair catch with both hands. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Eluding the pressure right. Over the middle, complete. That's Harris. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing in the colleges delivered to the NFL.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Brown. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Now Brown on 3rd down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here's Brown on first down.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Brown now off the play fake. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Brown, off play action.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get it. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, and talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6.
They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there for the Dolphins. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Ward. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. DeForest Buckner racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. First throw now for the backup Tua Tagovailoa. Under pressure, they got him again. DeForest Buckner, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards, it's 3rd and very long. They're going to look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he could break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd down. Brown. That's complete to Slayton. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play there for the Patriots.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
Now he's going to throw deep right side.
And he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. Second and 10.
Back to throw again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The field goal we just saw has us now at a one-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? Might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled.
Dashing through the snow. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Damian Harris, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Pats are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. 82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
2nd and 4. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Mills. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree. One thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. On first down, it's Ward. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. They'll run on 1st down. Monroe looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Here's 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. 1st down, and they go back to Harris. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally. This will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. It's caught inside the 25. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things, but a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So for the